Nicotine. Nicotine is the sneaky little stimulant often hiding inside cigarettes, gums, patches, and surprisingly, some dude's gym routine. Let's make this very clear before anyone lights up a Marlboro thinking it's pre-workout. Nicotine itself is technically a stimulant, like caffeine's sketchier cousin who only shows up when anxiety is already high. In pure form, gum, lozenges, pouches, lifters sometimes use it because it can increase alertness, suppress appetite, boost focus, and give that slight crackhead buzz that makes heavy squats feel like a good idea. It's fast-acting, it makes you feel more on, but it also kind of tricks your brain into dopamine spikes, which means you can get hooked faster than you get your bench PR. What's wild is that nicotine actually increases your adrenaline output, heart rate, and can improve reaction time, which is why some bodybuilders treat it like a dirty little pre-lift secret. Except, it's not anabolic, doesn't build muscle, and has no magical hypertrophy properties. It's basically legal brain candy with side effects that read like a pharmacy horror story: increased blood pressure, potential cardiovascular strain, and yeah, addiction. Because you know what your cutting phase really needed? A new vice. But let's be honest, chewing a piece of nicotine gum before a PR attempt does feel like leveling up into a gremlin who wants to fight gravity. Hunger goes down, focus goes up, and suddenly you're cleaning out the garage, texting your ex, and hitting front squats in the same 10-minute window. Scientifically, nicotine releases norepinephrine and dopamine, so your mental sharpness gets dialed in hard. Problem is, over time, your body adapts and it stops giving you that superhero punch. Then you're just chewing gum because your brain is chemically lonely. In the natural bodybuilding scene, nicotine is like that edgy class clown supplement. It's legal, slightly trashy, but undeniably effective for energy and appetite control. Using it occasionally? Sure, it's like using a flamethrower to light a candle. Dramatic, but it works. Daily dosing? That's when you go from biohacking to pack-a-day trucker with a lifting belt. Bottom line, you can use it for a quick edge. But if you're relying on nicotine to chase your gains, maybe reevaluate your life and get some electrolytes instead of an oral fixation. Cialis. Cialis is technically a prescription drug for dudes who can't summon the power of the thunder god downstairs, but bodybuilders use it like a secret pump potion from some horny wizard. Sounds ridiculous, but listen, Cialis, tadalafil, is a vasodilator. That means it relaxes blood vessels and increases blood flow everywhere, which is why athletes are out here popping Cialis not for romance, but for vascularity so intense you'd think their veins are planning a coup. You take a low dose, and boom, nitric oxide pathway gets a boost, blood flow increases, pumps go from nice to are those garden hoses in your forearms. The science? It inhibits an enzyme called PDE5, which results in better circulation and muscle oxygenation. That can lead to better endurance, nutrient delivery, and recovery. Some guys swear it makes cardio feel less miserable because their lungs feel more open and blood's moving smoother. It's not anabolic at all, but it enhances the environment your muscles live in, like giving your biceps front row seats instead of the nosebleeds. Of course, Cialis carries that hilarious social side effect. You might hit a new PR and have to casually hide an unwanted salute afterward. Yes, it's real. And yes, some dudes work out hoping for a massive arm pump and end up with a bro we need to go home situation in gray sweatpants. There's also the risk of headaches, nasal congestion, back pain, flushing, basically pre-workout with the side plot of adult film energy. But strip away the memes, and it's genuinely one of the most fascinating performance enhancers that's legal, prescription-based, and not technically a PED by sporting standards. You can take 5 to 10 milligrams daily and feel more vascular all day long. It's like walking around in permanent pump mode. Some use it during a competition prep to look fuller and more vascular on stage. Others just enjoy feeling like a superhero whose capillaries are doing CrossFit. Moral of the story: Cialis can make your workout feel legendary, and your veins look like roadmaps even if you're natural. Just remember, you're literally using erectile dysfunction medication to flex harder on leg day. Wild times we live in. Use responsibly. Avoid combining with actual pre-workout stimulants if you want to keep your heart inside your chest, and stay hydrated so you don't pass out while chasing vascular glory. Smelling salts. Smelling salts are basically instant brain slap bombs used to wake up unconscious Victorians and modern-day gym bros who want to feel like they got punched in the soul before a deadlift. Let's not overcomplicate this. You crack open that little capsule, inhale the vapor, and suddenly your central nervous system gets hit with a wave of pure chaos. Ammonia gas irritates your nasal and respiratory membranes, triggers a sharp inhalation reflex, and fires up your brainstem like a fire alarm in a kindergarten. That immediate shock increases alertness, heart rate, and makes you feel like you can lift the gym's entire floor. It's not giving you strength, it's tricking your nervous system into a temporary freakout mode, and for about 20 seconds you feel like you could suplex a gorilla. Then it fades, and you're just standing there with watery eyes and a barbell asking what happened. Athletes use it right before heavy singles, not between sets, not for endurance, just for that one all-or-nothing moment. Think of it like slapping yourself in the face, but with chemistry. It doesn't build muscle, it doesn't increase testosterone, it simply forces your body into maximum alertness, like someone screamed fire, but you're wearing a lifting belt. On the upside, you'll feel mega focus, insane aggression, and a blackout level willingness to forcibly lift fast iron. Downside? Overuse can actually dull the response, cause headaches, throat irritation, nausea, and you'll look insane sniffing a little bottle like you're about to rob a bank. Some lifters treat smelling salts like a ritual. The smell hits them, their eyes water, they roar like a barbarian from Skyrim, and then they attempt a PR. It's dramatic, borderline theatrical, and incredibly effective in the moment. But let's be real, if you need smelling salts for every set, you're not training, you're rehearsing for a mental breakdown. Use it sparingly, it's a tool, not a lifestyle. Save it for competition attempts or those top sets that need a little feral energy. So yes, it's legal, totally allowed, cheap too, but you're basically weaponizing ammonia to summon panic-induced rage. It won't make you bigger, but it can psych you up harder than your toxic ex ever did. Just remember to not accidentally sniff it in public unless you want to look like you just discovered ghosts. Caffeine. Caffeine is the legal, socially accepted drug that fuels 90% of modern civilization and at least 100% of leg days everywhere. This stuff is chaos in a cup, found in coffee, energy drinks, pre-workout, pills, chocolate, probably your bloodstream right now. It's a stimulant that blocks adenosine receptors in your brain, so you stop feeling tired, your alertness skyrockets, and suddenly you're convinced doing heavy deadlifts at 6 a.m. is a fun hobby. It's not just about feeling awake. Caffeine also increases adrenaline, enhances muscular endurance, improves focus, and can even tap into stored fat for energy. Basically, it's the Swiss Army knife of legal enhancers. Bodybuilders worship caffeine like it's holy water. You take it before a workout, heart rate goes up, motivation spikes, and you become a sweaty motivational poster come to life. Want to push through more reps? Caffeine. Want to feel invincible during cardio? Caffeine. Want to crash and die 5 hours later with jitters and anxiety? Also caffeine. It's a double-edged sword that tastes like coffee and regret. Dosage matters. 200 to 400 milligrams can make you feel like a gym god. Go higher? You're entering the realm of vibrating at a frequency only dogs can hear. Side effects can include anxiety, insomnia, elevated heart rate, digestive issues, and that sudden urge to contemplate your life choices at 3 a.m. Still, for most people, caffeine is the go-to legal performance booster because it actually works. The research is rock solid, improves strength output, increases time to exhaustion, makes cardio more bearable, and boosts cognitive performance. It's like your brain got a software update temporarily until it crashes. The brutal honesty: caffeine is probably the most effective, most overused, and most underrated legal enhancer all at once. Without it, most pre-workouts would basically be flavored sadness. Half the gym would cease to function if Starbucks shut down. But tolerance is real. Drink 3 energy drinks a day long enough and you'll need a triple espresso and a pre-workout scoop just to feel slightly alive. Then comes the withdrawal headache from hell if you dare try to quit. Use it strategically, on training days, before big lifts, during a cut to fight off fatigue and hunger. Don't drown yourself in it every day or you'll burn out faster than your adrenal glands can scream. It's cheap, accessible, effective, and absolutely addictive. But if used smart, caffeine is like rocket fuel for mortals. Just remember, your gains won't mean much if your heart explodes from your 7th monster of the week. Turkesterone. Turkesterone is the supplement world's equivalent of a mythological creature. Half science, half Reddit hype. All marketed as steroids, but totally natural, bro. Okay, let's be specific. Turkesterone is an ecdysteroid, a type of hormone found in plants and insects that helps them grow and molt and do whatever bugs do. Some studies suggest it might enhance protein synthesis in mammals too, which is why supplement companies treat it like natty trend. People claim bigger muscles, faster recovery, 0 side effects, and no hormonal suppression. Sounds like a fitness fairy tale, right? The truth? It might work a little. It might boost lean mass by nudging up muscle protein synthesis and nitrogen retention. But the data is shaky, human trials are limited, and most evidence is anecdotal gym lore from guys who also started creatine at the same time and suddenly think they're living proof of insect magic. The real kicker: turkesterone doesn't bind to androgen receptors like real anabolic steroids do, so technically there's no shutdown of your natural testosterone. This makes it attractive to anyone who wants to feel enhanced without losing their natty card. But it's also why some scientists say the effects are probably mild at best. It's like trying to get jacked by drinking bug juice and hoping it works the same way trend does. Adorable, mildly concerning, and possibly filled with placebo gains. People swear it gives them better pumps, more strength, leaner body composition. Could be real, could be the fact that when you spend $80 on a bottle of exotic plant dust, you're suddenly extra motivated at the gym. Also, dosage matters. Most supplements underdose it, so you're basically swallowing hopes and dreams. High doses might do something, but we're in uncharted territory legally, morally, and financially. Is it safe? Probably yes. It's non-hormonal, no liver toxicity. Side effects are usually mild, if any. Some users get upset stomach, others get the disappointment of realizing they spent more on this than groceries. But it's legal, fits inside natural bodybuilding comps, and might give a small edge without messing your endocrine system. At the end of the day, turkesterone is the hype beast of legal enhancers. It's like ordering a magic potion from Skyrim and hoping it works in real life. For some, it's a fun experiment. For others, it's an expensive placebo party. Just don't expect to take it and wake up looking like a cartoon villain overnight. Tribulus. Tribulus is that herbal supplement dudes buy when they want to feel more alpha, but end up just peeing out $30 worth of powdered disappointment. Let's break it down like a bad infomercial. Tribulus terrestris is a plant. People think it boosts testosterone because some ancient herbology lore says it does, and because the bottle has pictures of flexing silhouettes and the word testosterone in bold red font. Bro, scientists assume it'll turn them into a Greek god. But modern studies? They scream, bro, no. Most research shows Tribulus does not raise testosterone levels in healthy men. Maybe in rats with testicular issues. Maybe a slight libido increase. But actual measurable testosterone boost? Practically non-existent. Here's the hilarious part. People do report feeling more aggressive or energized, likely because Tribulus can slightly increase libido or mood. That placebo vibe can subtly make you train harder, not because your hormones are spiking, but because you believe they are. There are compounds in Tribulus, like saponins, specifically protodiosine, and people cling to that like it's magic dust. But unless you're a depressed hamster in a lab study, the anabolic effects are mostly fantasy. Some claim it helps with recovery, endurance, male performance, and overall vitality. And maybe if your diet, sleep, and training are trash, you might notice something because any supplement feels like an upgrade at that point. Reality check. If Tribulus actually boosted testosterone, it would be banned and bodybuilders would be hoarding it like gold in a zombie apocalypse. It is legal, it is natural, it is safe for most people, and it might make you feel slightly more like a caveman for a week. Then you realize you're basically ingesting plant shards like a desperate woodland creature hoping for gains. If you enjoy herbal vibes, go for it, but don't expect your lifts to skyrocket. Tribulus is the motivational poster of supplements. It looks hardcore, says the right things, but doesn't actually do much. The smart move? Use it if it makes you feel good. Maybe you like the placebo rush. Maybe it helps your libido. But in terms of performance enhancement, it's about as powerful as yelling "let's go" at yourself in the mirror. Free, legal, but not exactly anabolic glory. Still, at least it won't shut down your natural test because it never boosted it in the first place.